Hi everybody, I'm Donna and this is Massi. And we are going to read a story for you today called One Kitten for Kim. I had to look at this title because you and I call it Kittens for Kim.
Yeah.
But it's actually called One Kitten for Kim by Adelaide Hole.
Yeah, we always think of it like this.
Yeah, kitten. But we think of it Kittens for Kim. This is a story that we have read for years and years together.
Yes.
It's one of your favorite stories, isn't it?
We have like 4.
Well, don't forget we have Slothy with us today, and Slothy's going to help us look at all of the fun pictures because there's a lot of fun pictures in this story, isn't there? Yeah.
Because it shows all of the... No, I don't want to say.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Okay, ready. Let's get started. You ready?
Uh-huh.
This is a good one, and it's a little longer, but it's a good one. One Kitten for Kim by Adelaide Hole. Illustrated by Don Madden.
We don't know those people.
We don't know them, but boy, do they do a good job.
Yeah.
One Kitten for Kim. Oh, One Kitten for Kim.
They made that really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty. Kim had a cat named Geraldine and 7 kittens. One kitten was striped like a tiny tiger. One was round and soft and white as a snowball. 2 were black as midnight sky, and 3 had black and white polka dots all over. Kim thought having 7 kittens was fun. Kim's mother and father did not agree. There are too many cats in this house, said Kim's father one day. You may keep Geraldine and 1 kitten. You will have to give the others away. Yes, said Kim's mother. 2 pets are enough in one house. We gotta remember that part. 2 pets are enough in this house.
Remember 2 pets.
Kim chose the roundest, rolliest, polka dot kitten for his own. He put the others in his mother's laundry basket and set the laundry basket in his yellow wagon, and away he went down the street with 6 kittens in his basket. Can we count them?
He did have 7.
6.
No, he did have 8 before because if you're counting Geraldine, then...
That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But he's got 6 in his basket. Mrs. McGinty, who lived next door, was sweeping her sidewalk. What's in your basket, Kim? She asked with interest. Kittens, Kim told her. Would you like one for a pet? I am rather lonely, said Mrs. McGinty, and a kitten would keep me company. I have 2 goldfish, but goldfish are not very good company. A kitten would curl up in my lap and purr. Goldfish cannot do that. Mrs. McGinty lifted up a snowball white kitten and stroked its silky fur. Then she said, but what will I do with my goldfish? A kitten will grow up to be a cat. A cat will eat goldfish. You could give the goldfish to me, said Kim brightly. Mrs. McGinty hurried into the house, and she came out carrying a round glass bowl. Inside the bowl, 2 orange fish were swimming around and around. They had tiny fins and tails like little waving fans, and their mouths were tiny, round O's. Do you like that?
Yeah,
I do
you
too.
always do that.
Yeah, I like when the fish do this. Oh! Kim thanked Mrs. McGinty. Then he set the glass bowl in his wagon, and away he went down the street with 5 kittens in his basket and 2 fish in a bowl.
It shows the pictures as a bowl and a fish.
Yes. Kim pulled his wagon slowly because the water in the goldfish bowl went slish, slosh, splash. He pulled his wagon quietly because he was coming to Miss Murphy's house. Miss Murphy did not like noise. Shh. She did not like rattly wagons or squeaky wheels or noisy children. Miss Murphy sat on her front porch quietly rocking. Hello, Miss Murphy, said Kim politely. I have some kittens to give away. Nice, quiet ones, he added. Did you say quiet kittens? Asked Miss Murphy with interest. Let me see them. She peered into the basket. The kittens were curled into soft balls. They were making quiet purring sounds. She probably really liked that, huh? "Wait a minute here, Kim," said Miss Murphy, hurrying up to the steps of the door. She came out carrying a golden cage. Inside it sat a large green parrot, awking and squawking noisily. "This is Skipper," she explained. "My brother, who's a sea captain, brought him to me from far across the sea. Skipper is a very noisy bird. He chatters, he whistles, and he sings the sailor's hornpipe. I simply can't stand noisy pets. Would you trade one of your nice quiet kittens for a nice noisy parrot?" Kim was delighted. Miss Murphy chose a round polka dot kitten that curled up quietly asleep. Kim took the awking, squawking parrot and set the cage carefully in the wagon. He thanked Miss Murphy, then away he went down the street with 4 kittens in his basket, 2 fish in a bowl, 1 green parrot in a cage. Kim turned the corner and stopped in front of Mr. Wiggins' store. Mr. Wiggins was making bright pyramids of oranges and red apples with his fruit stand. He looked a little bit cross. Cross means? Angry. "What's the matter, Mr. Wiggins?" asked Kim. "It's those pesky mice," exclaimed Mr. Wiggins. "They keep nibbling my fruits and cheeses." "What you need is a cat," said Kim. "I could give you a kitten. It will grow up to be a cat, and a cat will chase away the mice." Mr. Wiggins smiled. "I could use 2 kittens," he said. He picked up the 2 kittens as black as midnight sky. Then he said, "Come with me, Kim. I have something to show you." In the back of the store, there was a box with 4 wiggly brown puppies inside. "Would you like to have one, Kim?" asked Mr. Wiggins. "Sure, thanks," said Kim with a wide grin. He chose the puppy with the silkiest fur, the floppiest ears, and the droopiest tail. He put the puppy in a small box, set the box in his wagon, and away he went down the street with 2 kittens in his basket, 2
fish in a bowl,
1 green
parrot in a cage,
and a wiggly brown
puppy in a box.
Very good.
Wait, so we had to take all those 3 ones out and then take that, and then take the box and...
You are just the detail king. You always notice something I don't notice. You're right. He took that box and a puppy and left 3 puppies there, didn't he?
Or he had another box.
Maybe. Kim turned right at the next corner and stopped to watch Mr. Green, who was working on his chicken yard. Rap, 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 went Mr. Green's hammer. "Those are nice chickens you have," said Kim in a friendly voice. Mr. Green stopped hammering and looked around. "The hens are nice," he said. "They give me fresh white eggs every day. But I'm going to get rid of that pesky rooster. Every morning, very early, he crows and wakes me up. I think we'll put him in a soup pot." "Oh, don't do that," cried Kim. "Give him to me. Then I'll give you a kitten." Mr. Green looked into the basket and smiled. "That's a fine idea," he said. "My little girl has a birthday tomorrow. I bet she'd love this polka dot kitten for a birthday present." Mr. Green chased a shiny black rooster around the chicken yard until he caught him. He put the rooster into a small crate and set the crate in Kim's wagon. "Thanks, Mr. Green," he called. And he went down the street with 1 kitten in his basket,
2 fish in a bowl, 1 green parrot in a cage, a wiggly brown puppy in a box, and a
shiny black
rooster in a crate.
Look at the sun smiling down on them.
Yeah, that kind of looks like the first girl that he saw.
Ah, you and your details. You notice everything. You're right. We got to go back now and see. We have to see how the sun looks like Mrs. McGinty. Mrs. McGinty's face is the same face as the sun. You know everything.
When I was little, I thought that was like a baby crate.
Oh. As Kim turned the next corner, he thought, "I have just 1 kitten left to give away." Then he saw Millicent May and her mother in the yard. Millicent was crying and looking very unhappy. Mrs. May looked unhappy too. "What's wrong with Millicent?" Kim asked. Mrs. May sighed. "Millicent is crying because she wants a tiger for a pet." Yesterday we went to the circus. Millicent loved the tigers. She says she won't stop crying until we buy her one. Look at her crying.
Mom, those look like sad faces.
Those do
Or
look
angry.
like sad faces.
And angry faces, and that looks like a turtle.
Maybe her knees are sad because she's sad.
No, and it looks like a turtle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, turtle's head. Kim had a bright idea. I have a kitten that looks like a tiger. Maybe Millicent would like it. He lifted the last kitten out of the basket. It was yellowish with black stripes. It had a little tiger face and wide green eyes. Kim put the kitten in Millicent's lap. She stopped crying and smiled, a big smile. Tiger, said Millicent happily as she stroked its fur. Mrs. May was delighted. Why, thank you, Kim. Would you like to have the little chameleon we got at the circus? Millicent doesn't want it. Kim peered into the glass jar. There was a tiny green animal covered with scales. It had a little pointed face and a long green tail. I've never seen a chameleon before, cried Kim excitedly. Yes, thank you. I sure would like to have it. Carefully, he set the glass jar in his wagon, and away he went toward home with an empty basket, 2 fish in a bowl, 1 green parrot in a cage, a wiggly brown puppy in a box, a shiny black rooster in a crate, and a tiny chameleon in a jar.
Mom, his basket's not empty because all of these animals and their things are in there.
Well, his basket
Oh.
is empty,
Yeah, but all
his
these-
wagon is filled with animals. You are right. Remember what we said in the beginning? What did his mommy say? 2 pets are enough for this house. What do you think's going to happen on the very last page? Let's see.
I know.
As he pulled his wagon into the yard, Kim shouted excitedly, "Hey, Mom, Dad, I found a home for every single kitten. Aren't you glad?"
Exclamation mark.
Yep, that's a question mark. Aren't you glad?
I mean that.
Do you think they're glad?
No.
They probably won't be glad. Look at all those animals.
1, 2,
Remember? 1, 2, 3,
3,
4,
4,
5, 6. Wait a minute.
7.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
See, if you go back here, you can count it this way too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He got rid of 6 kittens and he got 6 animals. Is this why that's your favorite book? Me too. So that was One Kitten for Kim. We love that book. Thanks for reading along with us with our time to read. Bye.
Bye.